Hey DKI, how you doing? Ken Copeland, Director of Business Development with DKI Pro Supply here, and it's time to take five. Today from DKI Services, we have with us Mike Herbst, the VP of Training. How you doing today, Mike?
Great, Ken. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us again. And we are speaking with Tomer Poran. He is the Director of Business Development with Matterport. How you doing today, Tomer?
Doing great. Thanks for having me, Ken. Great seeing you again, Mike.
Thank you for joining us. You're fresh off a trip, and thank you for making time for us this afternoon. For those of our members who are not familiar with Matterport, could you tell us a little bit about Matterport and what you guys do for the restoration contractors?
Sure. So Matterport was founded in 2011 as kind of a 3D reality capture technology using our series of cameras, right? You could do it with our $3,000 high-end camera all the way down to a 360 camera, and recently even with an iPhone. But essentially what we allow you to do is capture any physical space and turn it digital. In the insurance industry and the restoration industry, what we've been able to provide restoration contractors with is a method of documenting any loss, kind of capturing it in time, allowing them to share that documentation with anyone via URL link, and allowing them to measure and model really anything in that digital twin that they've created. We found that it serves them not only in better documentation and faster sketching, but also allows them to use remote workflows, as in they could estimate remotely, they could quality assure remotely, and they could share it with not only their adjuster, their policy holders, their pack-out contractor, any subcontractor that they're using. So really it enables anybody touching that claim to visit that site remotely, which saves a lot of time and generally cuts the claim cycle time and makes really anyone on the claim more efficient.
Yeah.
Tomer, you mentioned insurance adjusters. What do carriers think of Matterport, and are they on board with it?
Yeah, so a bunch of carriers are. We're in discussions with many, and several have signed with us. Several using it for the risk side, actually. So documenting properties, usually commercial and high net worth, before losses happen. This is both for underwriting and loss prevention, but it also serves them in the case of a claim where they now have a pre-damage documentation. But for the most part, carriers are interested in exactly that. Their adjusters being able to offer a low touch or even a no touch claim experience. We've seen this increasing with COVID-19, with demand for these kind of low touch, no touch claims processes going up. Not only in fair weather days prior to COVID, we help them increase their efficiency greatly by either removing the need for a site visit or even just reducing the amount of site visits that a GA will have to make on site. In COVID, that's become even more of a must-have when sending anyone to site is already a pretty big risk.
Yeah. So can you tell us a time? I mean, it sounds like the technology you guys have is just kind of on the forefront in taking our industry to a new level. Can you tell us a time when you've been a big benefit to a restoration contractor and how you've been able to help them in a way?
Yeah, I mean, Ken, you've seen our booth at conferences. They're usually packed with contractors coming to hear about us, but they're usually also packed with customers who come by. And literally every show, when trade shows were still a thing, I would get a new story, something, an angle I hadn't seen. Recently had a contractor come and tell us that a policyholder came to them and basically argued that they ruined a piece of furniture that was right by their fireplace, and it was the $2,500 piece that they would have just back in the day just paid out right away. Contractor went to his pre-mitigation scan and saw that the damage was already there, and was able to basically refute the claim quite easily, but without any arguing, without involving the adjuster, and really without any of the bad blood that comes with these kinds of false loss claims. that policyholders can make. So that was definitely an interesting case. And those are just kind of like these additional fringe use cases that we don't even list on our website and in our sales calls. But I feel like a lot of times when folks start using, this kind of comprehensive documentation, new efficiencies are shown all the time. Another good example of this was a contractor told me that they needed a pack out contractor to come and give them an estimate, but that would have required the homeowner to come to the site to open the door for them. And this homeowner was already greatly inconvenienced by this, was staying very far away. And this would have just added to the headache. Contractor suddenly remembered he had a Matterport scan, sent it out to the pack out contractor, gave him an offer right there and then, and didn't have to bother the homeowner. So this is stuff that just happens all the time, the stories that are sent to us.
Well, that's great, and it sounds like Matterport is really kind of evolving and becoming more beneficial for the contractor and for the insurance company, for the whole industry, for that matter. So, what is the future of Matterport? What do you guys see moving forward?
So
anything that's not top secret and classified. Yeah, I know how the IT world is.
Yeah. No, we usually don't talk too much about capabilities, but something that I can't say that is pretty public is we've recently launched our APIs and SDKs, which what that means for us is it enables other solution providers to build on top of Matterport, right? So Matterport, we operate other than in the property insurance space, in the real estate space, in the mortgage space, in the retail space, industrial manufacturing, facilities management, construction, architecture, building engineering, just a tons of verticals. And what we realized a few years back was we can't truly build comprehensive solutions for every single segment and every single use case within that segment. So about 2 years ago, we set on the journey to build a software developer kit for developers to build on top of Matterport. And in the last quarter of this year, we're going to be launching a marketplace, and that marketplace is going to have a lot of solution providers. So for all of our verticals, you're going to see very interesting solutions and integrations come up. I can't really talk about the integrations that we're going to launch in the marketplace, but you'll see integrations into some of the leading restoration tools, which are going to greatly enhance their capabilities as they get kind of boosted with Matterport documentation. You're also going to see very interesting services pop up, right? So the ability to say order a scope for your claim, right? So you, with a click of a button, 24 hours later, not only do you have a sketch, but you have a complete Xactimate scope done to your claim. So that's going to be pretty exciting services that I hope our customers will enjoy.
Well, that's fantastic, and I'm excited to see what comes, because I mean, you guys have changed the industry in the past couple of years, and I'm excited to see what comes in the future. Thank you for being with us today. For you DCAT members watching this, if you're not part of the estimating team, if you're not part of the project management, please share this with those guys, because I think they can see Matterport as an amazing tool. Matterport's a great partner for us. Again, we'll have Tomer's contact information at the end of this video. Please feel free to reach out to him with any questions that you might have. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, everyone.
You.